As you know, I am always looking for solutions for you guys when it comes to finding a manufacturer for your clothing brand, because at the end of the day, one of the first videos I created on this channel was how to find a manufacturer for your clothing brand. And I realized that this is a pain point that a lot of new brands have when it comes to looking, finding and securing a reputable manufacturer that's going to produce the garments you want to the quality that you want. Well guys, I have a brand new solution for you guys, particularly amazing for those that are based in the US, along with Europe and Latin America as well. But you know, we're gonna dive into it and you're gonna soon find out why I said that statement. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Teddy G, and on this channel I like to share what it's truly like to run a clothing brand, as well as dropping tips, tricks, gems and all of that good stuff. And today's video, guys, is definitely a gem. So the solution that I have for you guys is called Nearshore. And if you watched my most recent YouTube short, you would have seen that they are actually offering a $5,000 grant to get your business off the ground, which is amazing. So that's amazing in itself. And you can use this grant to basically purchase products from Nearshore factories and suppliers. And I just think that is amazing. And this grant is for those in the US only. But what even is Nearshore? Like, what is it? So Nearshore is an AI-driven platform that connects you, the brand, you, the buyer, with factories and suppliers from across the US, Latin America, and Europe. And the great thing about this is that you're going to be able to find a manufacturer that's closer to you, which I have always said is always going to be one of the better options. They have a network of over 2,000, guys, 2,000 factories and suppliers. And it's not just catered towards clothing brands, no, but you know, this is a clothing channel. So whatever I talk about, it's always going to cater towards clothing brands, but there's nothing wrong with it catering to a little bit more, a little bit beyond clothing brands. So they do beauty, furniture, wearables, and much, much more. So you can source things beyond clothing. So factories or suppliers on the platform are going to be able to produce inventory for you, like from scratch. And you can even source things like packaging on there. So it's basically like a full all-round platform that you're going to be able to use in order to actually bring your brand to life. Because, you know, it's not just about producing clothing or beauty items. We need to package those items as well. And suppliers on the Nearshore platform can also help and assist and produce packaging as well. And one of the great things about Nearshore, like one of the advantages, is the fact that because you're likely to be working with local manufacturers, you're going to have quicker transit times. So your products are going to be able to arrive to you in a reasonable amount of time. Because if you know anything about manufacturing, it's such a long process. And then to pop shipping and transit times on the end of that long process can literally just it can be long. So the good thing about working with a supplier on Nearshore is the fact that you are going to benefit from those quicker transit times. You're going to benefit from reduced tariffs, especially if you're working with local manufacturers. Your intellectual property is going to be protected. This is a question that I always get. It's like, I'm scared to reach out to manufacturers because I'm afraid that they're going to steal my designs or something along those lines. But working with the platform Nearshore, your intellectual property is going to be protected. And of course, the advantage of actually working with a manufacturer that is within your time zone, you don't know how much of a benefit that can be. One great thing about the Nearshore platform is the fact that they have a verified badge for the factories that have been vetted by the platform itself, which means that you could probably go in like confidently knowing that the factory that you have chosen with a verified badge is going to be a factory that is reputable. One of the hardest things when it comes to finding a manufacturer and getting a manufacturer to produce your garments is the fact that you just never know what could happen. So having that confidence that, you know, this has been a factory or a supplier that has been vetted just makes you relax a little bit when it comes to to working with that particular manufacturer? Well, of course, we are going to jump into the platform, and I'm really excited to show you this. So we are now in the Nearshore platform on the Nearshore website. I am going to have it linked obviously in the description, and all you basically need to do is sign up for an account, and you're going to be a brand. So you're going to sign up for a brand account, and once you've done that, this is the page that you should meet. I mentioned the Get Nearshored grant, which is here. So if you pop on the website, you could definitely learn a bit more information about what it is and what you have to do in order to get the grant. Applications opened on the 3rd of April and they shut on the 3rd of May, and the winners will be announced on the 15th of May. This could be literally the push you need to start your clothing brand. Going back to this page, down this side here, you're going to see a couple of options that are going to help you find a manufacturer for your brand. So if we click here on factory search, this is going to show you a bunch of factories on the Nearshore platform. However, I always suggest to filter down manufacturers, because there's no point in looking at a bunch of manufacturers that might not necessarily hit the brief that you want. So the first option, the first filter, you can filter out the countries that you want to work with. Then the next filter here is all to do with certifications. And for us, we definitely want somebody that is startup friendly. And obviously we can continue using this platform even when we scale our business, which is what we want at the end of the day. Then over here, you can select which category you want. So whether you want beauty and cosmetics, maybe you're not a clothing brand, or whether you want like baby clothes. It's really good to be able to narrow down the category so that, again, you're not just looking at a whole bunch of manufacturers that are not going to be able to take care of what it is that you want to be taken care of. Lastly, you've got the option of minimum order quantity. If you are a big brand and you're looking at that 1,000+ units, obviously you're going to select that. But if you're a startup or you're still in the beginning stages of your business, you're going to want to click that under 250 unit option there. Then obviously once you have narrowed down everything, you're going to be able to see which options you have here. This is an example of what I meant by a verified factory. So you can look into that and think, okay, this has been verified by the Nearshore platform. They are based in France and they have 5 stars. And we can click here where we say contact supplier, and you can get a little bit more information about what it is they make, the products that they make. And over here, really simple, send them a message as to what it is that you're interested in and get that conversation going. Alternatively, you can submit an RFQ, which stands for request for quotation. So over here, I'm going to click where it says create, and all you'd basically need to do is fill in all of these options. It says here that it only takes 3 minutes. So let's say we want to make a t-shirt. The category is clothing, and then over here you can see what do you need help with. Depending on what position you're in, you'll be able to select which one works for you. Then in here, we're going to write in as much detail as we can what product we want created. So I want you to be typing things like the GSM of the product, the Pantone reference, the fit of the garment, like get into as much detail as possible, just so that the factories that then reach out to you know exactly what it is that you want. Over here, you can click your desired quantity, similar to the minimum order option filter that we had before. And then, are you flexible with the quantity? I'm always going to put no, because I ain't flexible. Over here, I'm always going to click I need a sample. Over here, you can upload image references. Maybe you have generated an AI image of what it is that you want created, or maybe you have created a tech pack. Definitely upload something here just to give factories a little bit more information about what it is that you want created. If you have a target cost, you can pop that target cost in here. Over here, you can obviously select what location you want them to be based in, and obviously you can check off whether it has to actually be in that location or whether you're open to alternatives. Certification, here are some of the certifications that you can select. Under supplier quantities, you have these options over here that you can click as well. And then down here, we're going to put in when exactly it is you would want the garment. Over here, you can ask whatever questions it is that you would want to ask the manufacturer, or anything that you want them to be aware of, and just pop that in there. And then down down here, you're going to be able to click submit and share. So that's how you can send over a request for quotation. And after you've sent that off, you should start having suggestions of manufacturers that you could work with that should be able to fulfill. So another great thing about the platform is some of the services that they are able to provide you with. And you can see them when you click here. And it's things like marketing, branding, graphic identity, fashion designers, again, marketing. Those are the kinds of services that you can source on the Nearshore platform, because that might help you when it comes to bringing your brand to life. Like, again, I've said it's all well and good, getting your clothing, you need your packaging, but then on top of that, you need your branding and your marketing. And the great thing about the Nearshore platform is that it's going to be able to connect you with service providers that are going to be able to help you through that aspect of your journey. So I'm going to have the Nearshore platform link in my description, along with the grant. So where you can go for the $5,000 grant. I'm jealous because I'm based here in the UK. I also have a discount code, which is going to get you 50% off. And that code is TaddyG. I'm just going to pop it on the screen here for you to use. So definitely look into Nearshore, see if it's a good fit for you, and start your manufacturing journey, guys. Start your manufacturing journey. I'm so excited for you. And if you are based in the US, I definitely encourage you guys to look into that $5,000 grant that you can use on the Nearshore platform. I also want to take this opportunity to say thank you to Nearshore for working with me on this video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in my very next video.